I assume you read the Nomura interview. Not really, actually. Not too much. Because I know they said Final Fantasy characters not interested. Well, not like they're not interested, but they like don't think it's needed too much. I saw like KH13 put out like some highlights of it. I saw them mention reaction commands, which I'm so conflicted about that because it really feels like it was something that like people shouted about and then they got their way. And I don't really know. I think they'll have to be careful about how they do it. I don't know how I feel about them putting a focus on Final Fantasy characters. Like I'd love a cameo, right? Like I'd love to see Cloud again. It's not like I would hate to see Final Fantasy characters. I just hello. Oh, so he did mention something about Disney Worlds. Like I said, I read like the brief highlights. Yeah, right. Like I really don't think it's a big deal if Final Fantasy characters are there or not. Like I'm worried about Sora. I want to know what's going on with Sora. And if we need Final Fantasy characters to tell that story, then awesome. If we don't, that's awesome too. You know? It's hard to include Final Fantasy characters when there's likely a KH character to fill the niche and Final Fantasy character would have otherwise. Yeah, like Final Fantasy characters were like the maybe I should like clip this part and put it on YouTube. Like this whole discussion. I might do that. Cause like right when Kingdom Hearts first came out, it was needed to kind of get that hook and that pull, right? They don't really need that anymore. And I feel like Nomura stated that like multiple times, right? Like initially Final Fantasy was introduced to kind of generate interest, right? Because if you slap Sora on the front, yeah, Disney's gonna pull people in, but like not many people are gonna be as invested if they don't have like Final Fantasy characters, in my opinion. And so that's why it was like Final Fantasy characters on the box, I think on the back, right? And then, you know, there was that focus on Disney meets Final Fantasy. But then, you know, it changed. Like the characters from Kingdom Hearts could stand on their own. I think that's really awesome. Again, I'm not saying like I would love to see Final Fantasy characters. I think it'd be really cool, but I don't think it should come at the expense of like other characters, or just like shoehorning it in, right? Like I feel like Remind forced Final Fantasy characters in. Like it was cool, and it did like progress the story in a way. With like Sid, you know, doing his computer work and generating the organization code or whatever it was, but like it definitely felt like very fan servicey, in my opinion. But I was still excited to see them, but I would like for them to have meaning and like a need to have them in if they're going to use them. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I don't know what. Let me pull up the Nomura interview, and we'll like read through it a little bit. Nomura interview. Noisy Pixel, I'll use them. Okay, let's see. Nomura's favorite fan reactions are the original Kingdom Hearts ending and the Lucia reveal at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 4 Sora primarily focus on Sora's disappearance. Yeah, see, I really, personally, I would love a Birth by Sleep 2, because right when like Birth by Sleep so Birth by Sleep, right, like they go through the portal at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, that trio goes into the Realm of Darkness. I would love a game where we're like in the Realm of Darkness. I think that'd be so cool. I don't know what, I can't really think of anything for like Days though. What does it, go strike the trees in the woods? Well, that didn't do much. Nomura is surprised by the popularity around the trios of those two aforementioned games. He was surprised by it? Really? Disney was eager about Sora's inclusion in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, when Nomura worried... Oh yeah, I saw this one. Nomura is worried about that it would clash with the established lore in Kingdom Hearts. He's like, maybe I won't. Maybe I just won't. Can you imagine if he was like, he can only appear if we put some kind of lore here. Nomura's happy with how he and the team handled Xehanort's character throughout the series, including Ansem's in this. Yeah, I thought... I don't know if I'm happy with how Xehanort ended up being. I'm hoping that Dark Road kind of gives us some more context for that going forward, and that we reintroduced, in addition, new unspecified characters are also teased. Also, sorry if you can hear my kid in the background. She just woke up. She's very unhappy. I'm glad we have like confirmation on that. I think everyone kind of knew that they were going to be the new. Yeah, especially with like the chessboard at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora will always be the franchise's central protagonist, and his absence would mean the end of mainline entries. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I feel kind of bad that I'm just like reading off Noisy Pixels thing, because they usually like meme about people who do that. But definitely like go check them out. Make sure that you're reading some of their articles. Orpheus Joshua, I think, wrote this one. I'm literally like doing what I make fun of people for doing. Is just having gameplay and talking about, like, reading off someone else's news article. What's next? Kingdom Hearts 4 will have a few Disney worlds, though their incorporation this time will slightly differ. Ooh, I like that. So, like, their incorporation this time will slightly differ. I wonder if that means, like, Donald and Goofy are going through the Disney worlds trying to find Sora. And so we'll be going to all these different... Oh, I could see that. Like, all these different worlds... associated with like the ones that like are revolve around death. It's like Sora and Donald and Goofy going to like Hades, Donald and Goofy going to like Coco, right? Like that'd be cool. Reaction commands are removed in Kingdom Hearts 3 because of their negative reception in Kingdom Hearts 2. I told you guys. Told you. Everyone was like, oh, my reaction commands are the best, and I was like, no one liked reaction commands when they came out. Everyone hated them. It was press triangle to win. They're awesome. And, like, it looks like they're going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4, but, like, there was a reason they didn't show up in Kingdom Hearts 3. Quadrant will be Kingdom Hearts 4's base, and players will return to it throughout the course of the game. I like that. Realism will be explored more to an extent, with Sora's daily life routines being showcased. So we get to, like, walk around Sora's apartment and decide if we want to, like, go take a nap or take a shower. Go out and get a job so we can pay our rent. Incorporating Final Fantasy characters is difficult because of how many original characters there are, and their initial usage was to be used as a collective device to get to know the original cast better. Yeah. We kind of already talked about that before. The upcoming Kingdom Hearts Missing Link will resolve mysteries spread throughout the series. Oh, okay, cool. So I like that idea, right? Of like kind of gathering, like using that to kind of gather up all the loose ends and resolve stuff so that we can move forward and start like having more questions and stuff. Definitely go check out Noisy Pixel. I guess I can link it. Please give some, even if you don't read it, just please go check out the website. I feel like really bad that I kind of read off some of that, but definitely be sure to like give the site some traction, even if you like don't go to read it, because they work really hard to make those articles, and yeah.